Today I'm going to come up with a video based on the comments what we have got from various subscribers, and a lot of subscribers have been asking questions whether we pay so much fees, is it correct for processing e-filing. So I would just throw an example of a salaried employee. She came to me and she submitted me the form 16 and passbook, which normally the other people get it done. So she had given me her passbook and form 16 and asked me to file ITR 1. Normally what happens when you get it done through small timers, they will process your ITR 1 on the basis of inputs given in form 16 and whatever interest they have found in the passbook. Now this is what we don't do. We just have form 16 as a reference, but we always log into your 26AS and we check whether the details in form 16 are matching with 26AS. In her case, it was not matching. There was excess amount that was being reflected in 26AS. In that case, we immediately had to file a grievance to the income tax office. We filed a grievance to the income tax office so that now she's safe, most probably safe, 99% safe from getting an income tax scrutiny. So we identified the reason why there was an excess because we have that kind of expertise. So always make sure that when you're getting an e-filing done, even if people may think it's just a salaried income, you have form 16 and you have bank statement, that's it. The ITR file can be processed easily. It's not that easy because we use our abilities, our knowledge, and we process the thing in a more better manner. Second thing, if you will do ITR filing based on form 16, you will claim deduction only on the amount what is mentioned under form 16, which necessarily doesn't mean that you have done or you have claimed all the deductions in form 16. There are some deductions which you are not able to submit to your HR. Like it happens, you make a deposit of insurance premium on last week of March, which the HR doesn't accept, and your form 16 has been processed. We make sure to take details from our clients, the amount of deposits in insurance and fixed deposits, tuition fees, etc. they have done for ATC. The third thing, under ATD, there is a limit which government has given for preventive checkups. That amount doesn't reflect in your form 16. So that is not an insurance premium. Government has given you 5,000 benefit for preventive health checkups under ATD, and you can claim that. Fourth thing, any interest that you earn on your saving account has a deduction under ATTDA. So that deduction is up to 10,000. And if you're not claiming that, you're simply increasing your tax liability. So there are a lot of things we process. This is just the 4 basic points which I've highlighted, which have come to my notice while doing this ITR 3. And there are many other points which may come. So people do ask me, is the fees correct? I can get my ITR done from some guy for 200 rupees, 300 rupees. But what is the quality you're getting? Is it really that worth? Look at the pain, what you have to go through. The pain is you have to pay tax. The pain is you'll get income tax scrutiny. After that you have to do maybe a 2-month, 3 months follow-up with the income tax officer. You have to go to a chartered accountant and get your case sorted out. If you're trying to do it yourself, the pain will go much deeper, the pain will be much more. I don't think so that it's justified when people try to compare fees of a chartered accountant with others who are just getting it done at 200, 300 rupees. It's about quality and assurance. If you want quality and assurance, then fees should not be a problem, because we as chartered accountants ensure that our clients are safe and the return is filed correctly in the best possible manner, that we comply with the income tax rules, as well as our clients are in safe hands. So as far as fees are concerned, you can always contact us on sam@sugar18@gmail.com, or you can ask your questions on the comment section. Before I end this video, I would like to highlight one more case that had come to me. This was a case from Northeast. This client had come to me through one of my YouTube videos. He had got an income tax notice for payment of income tax liability and interest and penalty. When I looked upon this case, I realized that it was an error of omission. He had forgot to mention details under ATC and ATT, and hence there was a tax liability which he didn't notice. He had e-filed it by himself. When I told him my fees, he didn't do it because he thought it was not worth it. He landed up doing this ITR, this income tax notice, through one of his friends, but he said he's getting that services at half the rate. I said fine, good for you, you got it half the rate. What was the outcome? He said that he paid taxes. When I was here, I had everything in hand, I had all the evidences. He had nothing to pay, there was no tax liability, there was no interest, there was no penalty, nothing. It was just a basic error of omission, which I realized when I scrutinized this previous year, this next year. I had scrutinized his return. I saw the pattern and what was the difference in the pattern. So I analyzed and I knew what was the problem. Then I told him, "Hey boss, you forgot to mention your deduction under ATC and ATD." So that's how it is. So never try to compare price. It's like apple to apple comparison. You want quality, you want assurance, then you have to pay a price for it. Because when you are doing something at cheaper rate, you have to understand its consequences also. You cannot get back and say how it was done, it was wrongly done. So this is a normal case. So as I said before, in case you want to know the fees and you want to get your income tax return, or if you have any income tax scrutiny or any kind of services, tax advice, I get it done. You can get it done through a chartered accountant. You can be rest assured that there is a quality and there is assurance. You won't be at stake. The money is worth the pay. So make sure that you are putting in money at the right place. For any more queries or or issues, you can put it in the comment section, or you can get in touch with us at samandsugar18@gmail.com. Of salaried employee and having interest income, e-filing ITR 1. If you are doing it from a chartered accountant, normally he will charge you around 750 to 1000 rupees. Second case is short-term capital gains or long-term capital gains or any capital gains. In that case, we will be referring to ITR 2, and ITR 2 normally cost around 1500 to 2000 rupees. If you are getting anything less than that, don't go for it, because you will not get any sort of advice. It will be merely e-filing, and that is what you don't want. You want sound advice where you can really save on taxes. Save on taxes doesn't mean that you are hiding your income, sorting to some unfair practices whereby you use some loopholes to escape tax. No, not that. A professional, a chartered accountant will advise you whatever is there in the books as per Income Tax Act, and how best e-filing can be done where you save your taxes. And the fees normally is 1500 to 2000, but a practicing CA may charge around 3000 also for ITR 2. In case of ITR 3, this is the most interesting for stock market traders. ITR 3 is applicable. So if you're trading in stock market, either in FNO is futures and options, or you are doing margin money trading, then ITR 3 is applicable. Normally people charge 3000. 3000 is the minimum. If you're getting less than that, then it's disaster. Don't go for it, because there will be a lot of issues. You'll be getting a defective notice from income tax and all that thing. Then you'll come back to me and saying that I got defective notice, I don't know what the previous guy did, because it was your fault. You need to understand that when you're paying 3000 rupees, you're getting value for your money. So normally a chartered accountant would charge approximately, whatever I know, is around 5,000 rupees for ITR 3. In case of tax audit, only a chartered accountant in practice can do a tax audit. The fees will be somewhere around 15 to 20,000. I'm talking of those cases who are making losses. 15 to 20,000, he may say, okay, fine, I will get it done for 15,000. You take that deal. I hope this video was useful, as many viewers have asked me about this and why there is so much rate variance. But you have to understand always this: you need value for your money. You pay it once, you don't want the headache to come back again. Because if you're thinking that by paying 200 or 300 rupees I'm getting my e-filing done, then you're wrong. So make sure that you go to the right person and you get value for your services. I hope this video was useful to you, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That's it, guys. Bye bye.